You sure I'm not a robot? Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Modelings. Hello. What happens if you circumnavigate? I'm hoping to show you. You get bonuses. I think you also get like a naval tradition or naval tradition DK modifier, which lasts till the end of the game. It's quite nice. Have I heard if they're ever going to update the North American tribes? They've talked about it. Didn't go into much more detail than that, though. Oh, you know what I could do, though, is I could start converting the other side. I do now have 4 missionaries. Oh, wow. We're actually discovering a heck of a lot over here. Interesting. So I think it makes sense if we get Guatemala, Ixmiquil, and San Salvador. And Gold Coast. That's going to cost me a small fortune. Where's Ben gone? Did Ben die? Oh no. Disappointed! Alright, time for a new general. This is going to be busy. In fact, I'm going to put Pizzy over here so that we can be drilling. Thank you for the suggestion. Castile really made a fun game. Thanks again. You are more than welcome. Like, this is the first time for Castile for me as well. It has been better than I thought it would be. Like, my suggestion in the past has always been France. I always really enjoyed the France games. You don't have an army. You do now. Oh dear, we're in a full regency now. The Queen Consort just died, but Smashed is only 3 years away from taking the throne. Alright, so we took Benguela. That's 4 colonies. Do we have one more on the way? No, that's all 4. So one of you guys finished a colony without that one. Okay, so we finished Calabar. I think what I would like to do is grab Holhovi. So which one's really big right now? You are. So let's recall that. And then Holhovi can be a new colony. And we're going to get Calabar's troops to go over there. Marvellous. Enforce peace with Kukumis. He's got an army again. He's fine. How is El Dorado's economy? Poor. So let's go and send you some more money. Keep you in the fight. Is that mercenary? No, it's an actual army. Okay, that's fine. As long as you're here and as long as you're fighting, it's okay. Exploration is done. Oh, do I want to try the circumnavigation? The only bit you would have to cut through is here. Ah, Southwest Pacific. There we go. That's what I need to discover. Now the other thing I need to keep an eye on is rebel chance. Because that is a thing which will happen, and it will not be pleasant. What's the end game? In this great game we play, you are a mere pawn. Was that... Wait. That's a scornful insult, isn't it? Sinu does gems. Oh, hell yeah. That's 2 gem provinces. Get in. Portugal, what are you doing? I'm wondering if Portugal is trying to tick me off enough so that they can go to war over the colonies. It's possible. I think that they would fare badly, but it's possible. The authorities of Guatemala have managed to open up new land for the people by clearing a dense forest that was previously made a large area of land inhospitable for settlement. These newly cleared areas will surely lead to a population boom there. So, Guatemala, what do I want to do in Guatemala? You produce cocoa, so production here would be good. In fact, this is a colony, so production generally is good, excellent, anyway, because goods produced. So I think I'm going to go production. COVID Cthulhu, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And wow, that was a bunch of drink teas that I missed. No, it wasn't. That was when I was doing the tea thing. Admiral John Paul Jones. And Hexplosion. Sorry about that, because I didn't have the notifications up properly. Damn it! Bacon Killer is dead. Stop killing my conquistador. I need him. Where is he? That army, isn't it? Nope. It must be that one. It is. Bring in another one. This is going to be Serenity Legacy. It's annoying that I keep having to get these new commanders because I'm really trying to go up in military tech. And whenever I get close, it's like, ooh, spend another 50. Ooh, spend another 50. Here, you need to spend another 50. You know what? You need to spend another 50. Clergy condemns a philosopher as a heretic. A prominent natural philosopher is forwarding new claims that contradict the religious truths. The clergy demands that he be stopped and turned over for punishment. Either way, this will cause great turmoil in the realm. Yikes, that's going to drop me to negative stability. But that's okay, we can go up straight away. So we can get tech cost reduction, missionary strength down, or missionary strength up, tech down. I would rather right now... How long is this for? 10 years. That's in 9 years. We're going to go up in 4, if not 5 technologies in that time. That's a lot of technology. I'm going to take the tech cost. And we're going to take the stability. And we're already maxed out on admin, aren't we? Yes. But we could go up in Diplo. Free colonies, expel minorities cost. That seems basically irrelevant. Only so many people are willing to move abroad or expand our new colonial empire. However, the promise of a plot of land to farm in a freehold will encourage many more people to seek their fortunes abroad. The nice thing about it is there is plenty of land for everyone. I give this conquistador 5 years till they die as well. Yeah, possibly. Oh, Denmark's here. Interesting. Oh, Norway's been integrated. Sweden hasn't, but there is a... Oh, Sweden's liberty desire is 70%. Denmark, what have you been doing? Sweden not happy. And I need you to jump in the boats. And sail you out to here. That was our discipline guy. Let's go for the morale of armies. That's fine. Meanwhile, how's the war down here? Okay, we're reclaiming territories. Rio Grande never fell. Where are you? Oh, you probably transport. No. Where are your armies? Again? You have 115 development? How big is Hispaniola? 171. Nice. And making a decent chunk of change now. Can't see how many troops you have. I thought you could. I mean, you have a lot of manpower, so clearly that's not been the issue here. Did the Council of Trent go? It's still ongoing. Again, conciliatory. What the hell does it matter if we're harsh or not harsh? That's really weird. Because we've just gone conciliatory, conciliatory, conciliatory. It seems like a very wishy-washy Council of Trent. Next to the icon. Ah, yes. Okay, so they do still have their 7 divisions out in the field somewhere. Good. I am pleased. How are we doing with the protecting trade? 36%. Completed estate agenda. Valladolid built its thing. It's manufactory. Good stuff. Gold Coast is being converted. So once the Gold Coast is converted, we can add you to the trade company. Boom. And I would also very much like to build a marketplace for you. And also Calabar. Now Calabar is the other one that does need to be converted, like, now. So please begin. Meanwhile, how's Darian doing? Slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Oh, there they are. Marching to reconquer Sarah? Who knows? Who knows? Exploration done. Conversion of San Salvador successful. Okay, we're going to risk it. Northeast Pacific. It's probably going to be like... Keep chipping away. I thought Algoa is now done. Savoy accepted peace with their former enemies of Austria. Nobility demands stricter sumptuary laws. Expensive clothes, great banquets, and impressive palaces are some of the most visible symbols of the nobility, but the degree to which one family has money to spend on such things can vary greatly. In some cases, the burghers of the country are able to spend just as lavishly, if not more so, than the average noble. While these are old rules and traditions restricting such things for those of less noble birth, these are hard to enforce efficiently. This is unacceptable to the powerful nobility in the country, who are now demanding we update our laws on what an outsider can and cannot wear. They now suggest a number of heavy fines for anyone trying to rise visibly above their betters. So harsh sumptuary restrictions. Burghers lose influence. Nobility gains influence. Burghers lose a lot of loyalty or refuse to obey them. Burghers gain influence. Nobility loses influence. And the nobility loses 20 loyalty. I would much rather the nobility loses that loyalty, because they can kind of afford it. And also I'm trying to suck up to the burghers at the moment, because I would like to get the extra diplomacy. Skaven67, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, follow. There was a follow. Conversion successful. Come on, Darian. Crikey. Taking your sweet time. Aha! Military technology at last. Do it. Do it now. We can now get the Tercio. So here's a question. We are Spanish. We probably should go for Tercios, even though they are super defensive infantry. And because we are Castile, I've been generally going for the very offensive infantry, because our base morale is just really good. But Tercio is so, like, classically Spanish, I feel like we've got to. Ah, the last province of Cuba has been done. Good stuff. Our efforts to develop Benguela go on, but now some of the settlers have rejected the capital city of the colony and have begun establishing a new settlement quite far from the official Castellan colony in Benguela. Now people are flocking to the second settlement, and we are left to split our efforts. Should we force the settlers to abandon the second colony and rejoin the official one, we shall consolidate our best efforts in Benguela and build our colony in a less efficient but more expedient way. So we can unite them, which gives us 100 population in Benguela. Or we can allow them both to grow, which gives Benguela extra development. I'm quite happy with that. That's fine. Follow? You mean they built an undercity in the Twitch channel? I mean, it could be that too. You're not wrong. Alright, Hispaniola. Can you declare war on anyone that's actually of use? No. Oh, right. Changed your unit type. It's like, why is that morale so low? Oh. Okay. Diplomatic insult against Portugal's gone. Loyalty of the Burkers went up marginally. Oh, but that increased their influence as well. Austria no longer considers Switzerland a rival. Würzburg's gotten rid of their religious thingy. Alright, we have a lot of papacy stuff. We definitely want to forgive the usury. And I guess get another commercial monopoly. Council of Trent finished. And they went with all 4 conciliatories, despite the fact that the vast majority of the church was feeling really, really not conciliatory. Where the hell are you? Oh, you're down here. Oh, that's what you meant by... Right. North Pacific. Northeast as opposed to northwest, which would be out there. Drat. Come on, Darian, in fact. I think it's time for Speed 4 again. Growth of the printing industry. The ability to mass-produce the written word would revolutionize the spread of information, and in many ways, early modern society as a whole. Pioneered by Renaissance men such as the Venetian printer Aldus Manutius, the new art helped fuel the Renaissance by making the translated classics more widely available. Later, the Reformation benefited greatly from the ability to spread critical publications and translations of the Holy Scriptures. Now that printing has matured as a technique and spread throughout Europe, hundreds of thousands of copies of everything from the religious and political pamphlets to scientific treatises and instructions on how to behave are circulating the continent. With print shops growing ever more commonplace, rulers have found it hard to contain the new technique, as the comparatively easy means of production make it easy for censorship to be sidestepped by moving business across a border or even just changing the name of a title page. This changes everything. So who got it? Who got printing press? Bohemia did, even though... Oh, you lucky sod. They must have got an event which made Prague into Hussite, and because it's Hussite it counts as Reformed. So the Emperor got printing press even though they are Catholic. Really? You are so lucky. That's ridiculous. Alright. Anyway. It did look like we are actually gaining some printing press in Toledo. 0.18. Because we're a 20 development capital. Right. Well, in that case, I am going to change our edict to advancement effort. Did I ever change my edicts away from advancement effort? I don't think I did. Nope. Well, that was inefficient. Been losing money for about 50 years. Don't do that. You should definitely change edicts away once you're done with them. Mamelukes, internal conflicts. Well, that's a shame. And Humbain has become self-sustaining. You should be landing here. And Darien! Freaking finally, okay. So now when you're done, you should head home. And then hopefully from Darien we can explore this stuff. And now that we have a colony in Humbain, that's another place to repair. So with that, the biggest jump is going to be from here to here. I really do feel like we need to cover a tiny bit more of that. Alright, so, new colonist. Where are we going? Kuna. We can get Kuna with the Darien colonist. Which will be the 5, and then Colombia is going to be a colonial nation. And with the other one, I cannot reach Indonesia, not yet. I could grab these islands to stop anyone else following. Or I could just try to keep on building up our own colonies more. I do feel like I should get Swellendam, which would give us the extra development here. Trade Edict is the only one to fire and forget, which is why I'm so bad with the with the edicts, because that's precisely how I use it. And to a lesser extent, the development one. Well, the thing is, I already have Ireland here. And this one is truly in the middle of the ocean, so we have a stopping ground for ourselves. And that's also going to allow us to get into Indonesia. The question here is, do we want to grab these two to stop other people following us for 50 years? Or do we want to double down on some of our other territories? I have no intention of going after North America, so that's irrelevant. I don't want to do anything in Mexico until that's finished developing. I don't think I really want to double down on Colombia either. The main one would be Brazil, because Brazil does seem to be struggling. Get it a little more development. Or we go after Africa. Is the 50 years extra time worth it? In multiplayer, probably yes. In this, probably no. Although I think I would like Swellendam. We're going to go after this. Decision made. Alright, Sinu. You can recall your colonist. We're going to take Swellendam. And yeah, that's a bunch of places that need to be converted. And also a bunch of places that need to be cored now. There we go. Boom. Progress. Can't get there. Damn. Well, we have ships nearby, so that's fine. These colonial transports are definitely getting a lot of use. They've paid for themselves more than a little bit. Yeah, you guys are really exploring far to the north. I'm very tempted to send you home. Not interested about the North Caribbean. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to send you back to Darien. Can I cancel this? You cannot cancel. Interesting. Alright, improve the capital. The glory of our capital has long been neglected. We now have an opportunity to improve the city and make it a beacon of cultural pride. This may prove costly, but there is an alternative solution, so we can spend money or manpower. Definitely spending the manpower. Portugal and Holland are now rivals. Rise of a Pretender. Sod. So Smashed is now king. Enrique is coming into 343. Definitely not as bad as the first Enrique. And then Pretenders are going to rise up in Granada. Senada. So they are going to have 22 divisions. So they're going to outnumber us. And Pizzi is kind of a pitiful commander. Let's see what you're like. Between 5 and 12 pips. Serenity is the best commander out of this lot. But Smashed is better. Tensions between the nobility and the clergy. In our nation, two castes hold great power, the nobility and the clergy. However, they do not always get along. Recently, a baron in La Mancha and the local monastery of his fief has begun bickering about who owns a rather large piece of land. These days, the royal court is swamped with people yammering about divine right, the nobility claiming their divine right to rule the land and the clergy asserting their position as the representatives of God on earth. The whole situation is growing rather unstable, with the baron in question inciting the other nobles against the clergy and questioning their right to hold any sort of temporal property. Jesus lived amongst the beggars and the fishermen, why don't you? Papal State really dislikes this. Nobility gains, clergy loses. Or we get a massive uprising in La Mancha. And it really is massive. To the extent where I think I probably need to be bringing in a couple of extra forces. There's the Smashed uprising. And then La Mancha. Where is that? I want to see if it's covered by fortifications. I think it might not be. There it is. Oh, it is covered by Toledo. It's the gold mine, isn't it? The clergy absolutely adore this. Oh well, not much I can do about it. But as long as Toledo doesn't fall, then we're going to hold on to that position. Oh, you're retreating to where? Malaga. Oh, we'll crush you there. It's fine. We got this. Nope, you're retreating again. Gibraltar this time. Okay. And we have loads of admin to the extent where we can actually start deving up in admin again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort this by cost. And we're just going to start deving up some of the low cost places.